Hello you guys, and welcome to my channel and the first video of 2024. It's wild to say that. I was actually looking at my memories on New Year's Eve and seeing like over the years all of my New Year's Eves, and it's just wild to see how my life has changed from like 2016 to now and how fast time has gone. Happy New Year's everybody. I hope that you guys are having an amazing first week of your new year. Today I am actually going to be doing a video that I was inspired by. So if you guys do not know Savannah, she is also a content creator on YouTube. She does commentary content on scams, MLMs. She has been doing that for a very long time, definitely way longer than I have. So she gave me the inspiration for this video because for, I believe, the past couple years, she's been doing like her top 10 MLM fails of the year. So she chooses these top MLM fails from the industry in general, from a wide variety of content creators' videos. So that gave me the inspo to make my video today. So I wanted to do a roundup of what I believe are the top 5 MLM fails that I have previously talked about on my channel for the year of 2023. And I thought this was like the perfect transition video to transition us into the new year, is to reflect on the things that have happened back in 2023. So thank you so much for Savannah for giving me the inspo for this video. So these top 5 I have decided to rank, and I still go back and forth if I believe some are in the correct position. So throughout this video, let me know if you believe that I ranked them in the wrong spot. So again, I'm going to be doing my top 5 MLM fails of 2023 that I believe for my channel are the biggest fails. Now, most of these have come from my MLM fails series, but 2 of them specifically are dedicated videos that I have done like 6+ months ago. So I haven't talked about it in a long time. So ranked at number 5 for the top MLM fails of 2023, I'm going to have to give it to the No Shame Sales Game release of her $1,000 membership. I made a whole entire dedicated video on this because it was really important in my opinion, but let's recap. And this is something that I have a huge update on. So in June of 2023, I made a full video about the No Shame Sales Game and her recent change to her membership. So she decided, instead of continuing her current membership that she has for $365 per year, which I already think is very expensive, she decided to up her price to $1,000, which would give people lifetime access to the membership. Now, if you did not have the $1,000 to spend, she had other membership options for a monthly fee. So I believe it was $35 and $45 that you could pay, and you could get some of the things that were in her membership. Now, with the change in her membership of changing it to $1,000, she decided that she wanted to remove certain aspects of her $365 membership so that she could further profit off of it by charging in the future for those things. So what I mean by this is, not only did she decide to change her program from $365 a year to $1,000, but she then removed certain trainings and concepts from her membership, and she took it out of her membership so that she could go and sell it as separate courses and separate memberships so she could make even more money than she's already making. So I would definitely rank this number 5 because we see it time and time again. MLM reps or MLM coaches trying to find different ways to make even more money from the people that are either below them or those that are in the lower ranks of an MLM. Most of these people who follow these MLM coaches like No Shame Sales Game, you'll find them in the middle or the lowest part of the pyramid scheme or MLM. And this is her way to make even more money off of those people. So we have seen not only this MLM coach making her membership more expensive, but she was also adding those additional trainings that ranged anywhere from $100 to $500 for additional trainings and memberships. Now, I decided when making this video that I had to go check up on what she was doing now. How is her membership doing? How many people does she have in it? And I wanted to see how her $1,000 membership was doing after months of me not covering this topic. And guess what happened? She completely removed it. She scrapped her whole entire $1,000 membership and went right back to what she was doing before, which was the $365 membership. But the only thing is, she still has removed things from her trainings and are selling them for separate prices. So she did take that concept and continue it from her $1,000 membership back to her $365 one. But can I say I'm surprised? No, I can't. I think that this shows, and I'm very glad that it shows, that people are not willing, like people in MLMs are not willing to spend $1,000 on a membership to give them advice in an MLM when they're already most likely losing money and they're realizing that it's financially not a smart decision. And she got to see that it wasn't, because clearly it was an epic fail. So she actually decided to post this onto her stories. I believe it was yesterday. So she was answering questions on her stories, and this is where I was able to find, like, holy crap, wait, her membership isn't working. So someone asked the question, I know your membership is $365 for the year. Is there an option for a payment monthly method? Which she was doing when she changed it to $1,000. So she answered and says, no, I effed around and found out real quick this summer. I get so many requests for payment plans and monthly options. I listened and restructured our payment options. It bombed epically. So now it's all back to normal and I won't ever change it again. It's $365 for the year. Love it or leave it. So as we can see, it was definitely an epic fail, which is why it ranked in the top 5 fails of 2023. And now she's back to her $365 membership. Now, something I really want to point out is the fact that she is using the same concept of taking things out of her membership and now reselling it for a separate price other than her $365 one. I decided to go on her social media platform and see what she's currently selling aside from her yearly membership. So she currently has one course called the Consistency Calculation, which costs a total of $250 for lifetime access. So not only are people going to be spending, the $365 for the yearly membership, but now she's decided to add a separate type of membership for $250, which you get lifetime access to. Now, I looked into this training, and she says that this training is supposed to be daily videos that help people with social media. So it's essentially a 21-day social media training for individuals in MLMs. She also had one more training that was on her social media platform, which is called Attraction Marketing Equation, and she is currently selling that for $47, which I previously think it was around $55. On top of that, she also decided to write a book at the end of the year. So she is selling that on Amazon. It's called Don't Make It Weird, an entrepreneur's guide to being human on the internet, and she is selling that for $19.61. So as we can see, she has gone back to the old price of her memberships, but she's now adding on other additional memberships and things that people can purchase, which go from $47 to $250. And I did the math. In total, if someone bought all of her memberships, that would cost them $691.61 for the year. So if someone decides that they want to buy all of these things separately, they're going to end up spending $691.61. So in my opinion, that's a lot of money to ask from people in MLMs to spend when we know that most people in MLMs do not make a profit, and if they do, they make little to no money based on what the FTC states about MLMs and the yearly income disclosure statements that we see being released. Another thing that I find interesting is her new branding. So now she has kind of rebranded herself, and as you could see, even the title of what her book is being called or what her other additional trainings are being called, it seems like she's steering away from just promoting MLM. So before, a lot in the beginning of 2023 and the year of 2022, we were seeing this MLM coach promote herself as an MLM coach, someone who knows everything about MLMs and really guiding her social media platform and her trainings to MLM rep. But now we can kind of see her using the word entrepreneur, talking about social media training, marketing training. Clearly, she is trying to venture out of just promoting to people that are in MLMs and rather promote to people who are entrepreneurs or on social media that they may have a business that's on social media. So this is kind of the biggest trend I've seen of 2023. We've seen many top reps doing this and many MLM coaches that are starting to venture out to promoting to all entrepreneurs that are on social media or that have a platform or a product that they are selling. Rather than sticking with just the MLM industry, it really makes me speculate that these individuals are realizing that over time, they can't continue to make the amount of money that they were once making in their MLM or promoting to just MLM reps, that they now have to promote to entrepreneurs in general. So now let's move on to number 4. What did I rank number 4 for the number 4th fail of 2023 when it comes to MLMs? And that would be the Beachbody class action lawsuit, which I have an update on. So, as some of you may know, on May 22nd of 2023, Beachbody was served a class action lawsuit. This lawsuit was about the multi-level marketing company's violation of the California labor laws because Beachbody is based in California. The individuals that actually filed this class action lawsuit, like the lawyers, decided to file up a statement about what the lawsuit entails. So I wanted to read that for y'all. So it states, in the lawsuit, the plaintiff, a former Beachbody coach, alleges that the company misclassified its California coach sales force as independent contractors rather than employees, and that these coaches are responsible for promoting the brand on social media, referring new customers, providing customer service, organizing support groups, and driving traffic and leads to the Beachbody website, which is all true. That's all things that Beachbody reps are told to do. It then says Beachbody pays customers only a paltry commission on some sales, and that commission is often offset by the out-of-pocket business expenses coaches must incur. The company operates as a multi-level marketing business or an MLM and relies on the direct sales exempt to California's misclassification laws to justify exploitation of sales personnel. However, the exemption was written decades ago and is limited to only those making primarily in-person sales. It does not reach modern e-commerce operations like Beachbody. Beachbody's sales personnel work as, quote, coaches and market and sell fitness programs and nutritional supplements and other health and wellness related goods and services, primarily through online channels and its own apps and platforms. Beachbody exercises significant control over its coaches in their role as social media marketers, requiring them to adhere to extensive rules and regulations pertaining to pricing, advertising approaches, and the company's intellectual property. Beachbody has created the systems that funnel all sales leads towards Beachbody's website and apps, where Beachbody accepts, processes, and facilitates the orders while also retaining all customer information, as well as the exclusive right to track the customer's online activities for its own benefits. Because of this model, the plaintiff alleged that few people are making money under the Beachbody's compensation system, which, if we actually look at Beachbody's income disclosure statements that come out each year, that backs up that statement right there, that most of the people who are in Beachbody as, a Beachbody rep are not making money in their MLM, especially after the things that they are having to purchase to stay active in the MLM and things like that. They continue on with saying MLMs are notorious for profiting off the unpaid work of their sellers, and Beachbody is no exception, relying on an outdated statutory exemption to justify exploiting its hardworking coaches by classifying them as independent contractors, said Kristen, a partner at the place that is suing them. We applaud Ms. Lyons for taking this brave and important step to hold Beachbody accountable and do the right thing to those who worked hard to make the company what it is today. This case has potentially seismic implications not only for Beachbody, but other MLM companies that are reaping huge profits based largely on avoiding having to pay the people actually growing their business for them. If the court agrees with us, this will allow thousands of Beachbody coaches to be paid for their hard work and will upend Beachbody's business model. This lawsuit comes as an important time when companies are increasingly taking advantage of workers who are classified as independent contractors but should be considered employees due to the amount of control the company exercises over them. The plaintiff are seeking unpaid wages, overtime, compensation, penalties, interest, injunctive relief, etc. So when this lawsuit happened and I seen the things about it, I did make a video on this because I thought that this was a huge step to seeing what courts would actually say about Beachbody. So I did decide to look up the court documents, and it looked like as of recently, Beachbody filed a motion to compel arbitration, which it looks like it has been vacated by the courts in October of 2023, and the next hearing takes place April 3rd of 2024, and that hearing is specifically titled in the documents, Hearing on Motion to Compel Arbitration. So we all know that class action lawsuits take years, so it will be a long time, I feel, until we see a resolution or conclusion to this case. But I will keep you guys updated if there are any huge updates with the April 2024 hearing, or if there are any huge updates or resolutions throughout this year. I definitely will say, in my opinion, it was about time that somebody went after an MLM company like the huge MLM companies we have today, for example, Beachbody or the other big companies that we have. I think a lot of MLMs walk a very fine line with their legal requirements. In my opinion, a lot of MLMs replicate pyramid schemes, and we have seen many MLMs in the past be shut down for being a pyramid scheme or have to restructure or get into a ton of legal trouble because of other class action lawsuits or lawsuits that have happened in the past. So I'm curious to see if this lawsuit will hold up and what will happen. Now, who would I say is number 3 on the top fails of 2023? That would be Beachbody once again, but specifically about a specific individual that is in Beachbody, the most well-known Beachbody super trainer, Autumn Calabrese. If you guys do not know her, I have previously made videos on her, and so have a lot of other individuals, especially my friend Brianna, who has done a ton of great videos on Beachbody. You guys can definitely go and check those out. I will link her down below. Months ago, Autumn decided to make a video on Instagram to explain to her followers how to follow the most recent Beachbody programs that she has currently released. Specifically, she talks about what you should be eating, when you should be eating it, and how much you should be eating. In my opinion, this video showed a lack of proper education that starts at the top of Beachbody and is why we see things happen at the bottom of Beachbody, or why we see things happen with the reps, because the lack of proper education starts from the top, and the Beachbody reps are getting their advice from the people that are at the top, especially these super trainers and so-called dietitians that Beachbody has. So it shows, in my opinion, that just because someone is presented as an expert in a specific field they're in, you should not blatantly listen to these people because they do and can lack the proper education and their advice can be harmful. So let's watch the video that I am talking about. And in my opinion, this video really shows what Beachbody stands for. Or, as we should say, body, because they did restructure in 2023.
Okay, you guys, one of the questions I'm getting asked the most in regards to 4-week gut protocol and 4 weeks for everybody is, Autumn, how do I know how much food to eat to reach my goals? Y'all, one of the beautiful things about me using my color-coded containers for the 4-week gut protocol is that it takes all of the guesswork out of it. You do not need to count calories. We don't need to count down to the very specific calorie. We can eat within a range. That gives us variety. That gives us flexibility. It takes a lot of the stress away, and it just makes the plan so much easier to follow. Also, I understand there is not a one-size-fits-all way of doing this, and that's why anytime I design a nutrition program, I am giving you multiple ways of doing this based on what your goals are. So we need to know what the 3 main goals are. 1, do you want to lose weight while following 4-week gut protocol? So improving your gas, bloating, indigestion, regularity of your bowel movements, sleep, energy, mood, and so many other things. But you want to lose weight while you do that. That's one option. Do you want to maintain your current weight while doing all of those things? A little note about maintaining your current weight while following 4-week gut protocol. Even if you're eating in maintenance, you sometimes might lose a little bit of weight because when we start to take out those foods that cause a lot of sensitivities for us, we start to get rid of water retention, inflammation. If you're not going to the bathroom regularly and things start flowing regularly, you're getting rid of waste that you've been holding in your body. So that number on the scale might go down a little bit. That doesn't mean that you're not eating enough or you're deprived of nutrients. It's just your body getting rid of things that it doesn't need to be holding on to. And then our third goal is, do you want to build muscle mass? Do you want to put on size? Your muscles get bigger, meaning the number on the scale will go up. So we could have one of those 3 goals. Here's how we're going to figure out what you're going to eat. If you want to lose weight.
This is where I have the biggest issue with what this person is saying, and I'll explain it. I want to watch the full video of what I reacted to months ago, and then we can talk more about it.
You're going to take your current body weight times 11. That's going to give you your basal metabolic rate. That's basically the calories you burn if you sat on the couch or laid in bed and did nothing all day. That's just what you need to stay alive, okay? So you're going to do current body weight times 11, and then you're going to subtract 400 for that. That's taking into account the fact that you're doing the 4 weeks for everybody workout program, and it's going to put you in a calorie deficit because if we want to lose weight, we need to eat in a calorie deficit. Not too big of a calorie deficit, but we do have to be in a little bit of a calorie deficit. If you're looking to maintain your current weight while following 4-week gut protocol and 4 weeks for everybody, you're going to take your current weight times 11. That's it. That's where the formula ends. It's not any harder or more complicated than that. And then if you're looking to put on muscle mass, put on size while you're following 4-week gut protocol and 4 weeks for everybody, you're gonna take your current body weight times 11, and then you're gonna add 300 to that. And that's gonna bump you up a full calorie bracket to make sure that you're eating in a surplus. Because in order to build size and grow muscle, we need to be eating in a calorie surplus. Once you have that number, you go over to the piece of paper in the 4-Week Gut Protocol program that lists the different calorie plans, plan A, B, C, D, and it's gonna tell you how many different color-coded containers you get in a day. It's gonna be a ton. You're gonna be well-fed, well-fueled, and you're gonna feel amazing. But that's how we figure out how much food we get to eat while following the 4-Week Gut Protocol program to still hit our goals.
Let me just begin with the biggest issue that I have with this is her saying, and I will quote it, "If you want to lose weight, take your body weight times 11 for maintenance and subtract 400 to be in a calorie deficit." I think this exact statement is completely misleading and can and will harm individuals. Let me use myself for an example. If I took my current weight that I'm at right now and I multiplied it by 11 and I subtracted 400, I would be sitting at 1,250 calories. This individual fails, and Beachbody in general with their programs fails to take into account age, gender, height, activity level, all of those aspects that go into figuring out a calorie deficit or surplus or maintenance. They fail to take any of that into account, and each one of their programs are calculated by a basis calculation that not everyone can follow based on age, height, and their activity level. You are someone that is an adult, say you're 26 and you're super active. Eating only 1,250 calories, you are going to be so hungry if your activity level is extremely high. Say you work a demanding job and then you come home, you do workouts, all of that, you are going to definitely be under what you're supposed to be eating and most likely be extremely hungry. So like I said, age, gender, height, and activity level, all of those things can and will make a difference in how many calories you should be eating if you have certain goals like wanting to lose weight, maintain weight, or gain muscle mass. Now again, most of Beachbody's programs are calculated this way, and it's not the proper way, in my opinion, to give somebody their calories. This is my biggest issue with Beachbody, and it's why I rank them number 3. I think that a lot of their programs could be looked at as fad dieting. And again, that's just my personal opinion. I also do want to mention that in 2023, if you guys actually kept up to date with Beachbody, they actually did a full-on rebrand where they changed their name and their marketing online. So now they try and present themselves as a company that doesn't promote fad diets, but rather lifestyle changes. And with that, they also changed their name from Beachbody to Body. But not only have I seen them epically fail to actually stop promoting fad diets, but we see their top trainers giving advice like this that many other professionals do not and would not agree with. So if you are someone that wants to research any of the Beachbody programs, but specifically the ones done by Autumn Calabrese, many professionals have reviewed it and they do not agree with what this individual is saying, and they have a lot of issues with the types of things that she promotes. Now, one of the dietitians I talked about in a previous video was actually Abby Langer, who reviewed the program that Autumn is speaking about in this video, and she had a lot to say about it. I will link that in my description if you want to see her whole entire review. She goes over every aspect of the program and what is wrong with it, but at the end she actually gives a summary of what she found with this program, including the good and the bad. So the good about this program, she says, is that they have different plants that you're supposed to eat per week, which she says is a good goal. She also says that diversity of plants can help your gut microbiome thrive, and this goal can be difficult for someone who does not have access to a wide variety of foods, either because of finances, cooking experiences, or location. She also said that in the program, they focus on sleep and stress levels, which she agrees with is very important. But she does mention that even though focusing on sleep and stress is important, the fact that you need to recognize that low-calorie diets can be a significant source of stress for people, and clearly she recognizes that with this program, they are promoting low-calorie diets, which is not good. And then lastly, she said some of the recipes with this program look delicious and that she's going to be trying some of them. Now, the bad things about this program, number one, she says it is a weight loss diet. Weight loss has nothing to do with gut health, and the fact that the 4-week gut protocol is sold separately as a program to figure out your intolerances and help your gut is misleading. She also says it's misleading to suggest in a roundabout way that gut health improves as we lose weight. We don't actually know that yet because science isn't definitive on it. She also says measuring foods in little cups is diet behavior. It's also annoying AF and unnecessary, which you heard her talk about in this video we reacted to. She also said that vegan Shakeology tastes like garbage. She also said most people don't need digestive enzymes. She also said the calorie budget she got was also outrageously low. And then she put period. Also, calorie budget equals diet, not lifestyle. So she was even saying that as a dietitian, she also believes that the calorie budget is outrageously low, which I agree with and is what I don't like about this individual's promotion or Beachbody's promotion in general of their programs. All of their programs are like this and have the same outline for how to calculate your calories. And it's extremely misleading, especially when people buy this program as a customer. And when they buy into it, they are actually listening to these people in these programs because they look at them like they are experts, and it's highly concerning. I wanted to point out that she said the food chewing is disordered and highly concerning. And lastly, she put, above all else, if you have gut issues, looking to MLM and MLM coaches for answers isn't recommended. Although this program was developed with, quote, doctors and dietitians, you're getting information from Beachbody coaches with minimal or no training or experience in the science of gut health or immunology. So yeah, I would say that this is a big fail. So let's move on to the second fail of the year. And in my opinion, that has to be the boom in master resale rights courses. We have seen master resale rights courses taking over social media the past 6 months, and now has gotten its little toes tipped into multi-level marketing companies. We have seen individuals promoting left and right on YouTube, TikTok, any social media platform that you could possibly think of. We have seen people promoting MRR courses that cost around $500. But now we are seeing it really infiltrate multi-level marketing companies. Specifically, we have really seen it infiltrate WFAB and that specific team, and they are talking a lot about that. That's actually the last videos that I made in 2023 was about the MRR course, where we reacted to WFAB's video where they're promoting the MRR course, and there was a lot of issues with that course, and actually a lot of good comments that y'all made about the course and how like wild it is and how MRR isn't sustainable. And I also am in the same boat as y'all. So in my opinion, the issue that we're finding with these MRR courses and the boom of these MRR courses in the year of 2023 is how people are promoting it. People aren't promoting this course on the internet for you to purchase and actually learn something about. Whether the course is on branding, marketing, social media, business, they're not really promoting it that way. People are promoting these MRR courses as a way for you to go and resell them. It reminds me of pyramid schemes. It reminds me of MLMs. It's like, hey, everyone join now, everyone get in, and then you can resell it to people. But at the end of the day, market saturation is a thing, and MRR courses are exactly like pyramid schemes and MLMs with that concept of market saturation. And not everybody who purchases this course for $500 is going to be able to successfully resell it to people. And the fact that that's how we're seeing it mainly promoted, and that's the highest way it's promoted as a course to join and then be able to resell, is what makes it the scam. Not the fact that it's a course that people can purchase and then hopefully learn something from. That's not a scam at the end of the day. You're actually trying to give someone a course and someone is willingly purchasing it. But when you are promoting and branding that course just because of the MRR rights and the fact that people could go and resell it, when we know that they most likely will not be able to go out and resell programs that are $500, that would make it a scam, in my opinion. So I think that that had to take one of the top 2 spots because the boom in MRR courses is wild. The amount that I'm seeing this promoted on TikTok and through MLMs now is wild, but it's not surprising that it's infiltrated MLMs because in general, I look at multi-level marketing companies as scams, and there's a lot of similarities with MLMs that there is with MRR courses. And to see people in MLMs making their own MRR courses isn't very surprising to me, but I feel like we will definitely see it decline in 2024, and I don't think we're going to see many people seeing it succeed that think that it will. Last but definitely not least, the biggest fail of 2023 has to be the amount of times we see the Team WFAB contradict themselves. And I have a specific example that I want to show y'all today. I actually should have went through the last year of videos and actually made a compilation of all of the contradictions of this team, but that probably would have taken me over a month to do, and I don't have that time to actually do that. But I wanted to specifically talk about the video that I posted 6 months ago. So 6 months ago, I made a video comparing 2 clips from the WFAB's leader, Jasmine, where she made 2 videos. I believe one was on Instagram and one was on TikTok. She made these two videos within a week of each other. And when I tell you these two videos contradict like no other that I've seen, I have to talk about it, and it has to be the number one fail. Not only this contradiction, but just WFAB's contradictions in general in the year of 2023 were wild. It was like every month we had this new wild contradiction, and it was just like, you know what? Someone should take the time to do a compilation video, because I guarantee you there's a lot of it. Not only when I made this video was it controversial, but it really showed proof of the constant contradiction we see in MLMs, specifically with this team. So let's watch these two videos.
Here's why you still haven't had success and why a lot of people will continue to keep struggling to have success, because you keep manifesting the result. You keep being fixated on the result. What do I mean by this? You keep manifesting the Lambo truck. You keep manifesting for your bills to be paid on time. You keep manifesting for you to never run out of money again. You want to have success. I need you to start manifesting the process. Okay? A lot of you guys are so attached to the end goal, the result, that you guys aren't even trying to master the process in order for you to get those results.
Remember that. Do not think about the end result. You should be manifesting the process. Just remember that. Keep that in your noggins.
How about you try this for once? How about you start manifesting, mastering the process? Meaning, start manifesting and praying for your creativity to kick in. Praying for energy every single day to kick in so that you can go out there and get things done, to go after your goals, to get the results. How about you pray for your discipline to kick in? How about you pray for your productivity to increase? Because that's what I did. I tell everybody that I have manifested this exact life that I have today, that I am so grateful for, not by manifesting the result, not by, I'm in a Range Rover right now. I didn't pray at night saying, please, I want my dream car. I want a Range Rover. I want to live downtown Toronto with the most beautiful view. Please, I need this.
Remember what she's saying. She did not manifest cars. She didn't even think about it. She didn't manifest nor think about where she was going to live. Remember that.
No, I manifested for my creativity to kick in, to be the best in the marketing game so that I can elevate and increase that skill set, because those are skill sets that pay. I manifested for me to be more productive, to be more sharp, to be ahead of the game in my industry. That's what I manifested at night, and that's why I got the result that I have today in my life. So start doing that, and I promise you, you'll see so much success.
Okay, so she really talks about manifesting creativity and manifesting your actions versus your results. Now, I actually did notice that the first video that I just showed was posted on TikTok. So these were both posted on TikTok within a week of each other. So let's listen to the second one.
Okay, so here are some of the things that I did while I was broke back then to help me become super, super successful. I would literally go to the most luxurious spots. I would go to the most bougiest spots. I would take myself out to fancy bougie restaurants. I would force my friends to go to fancy bougie restaurants. I would also last minute drive to the most bougiest area with the big houses.
Huh? You would go to the most bougiest areas with the big houses? Couldn't have guessed it.
So that I can feel successful. So the point of all of this and why I would go to the most bougiest spots, and I would also go to like car dealerships like Lamborghini.
Didn't she just say that she didn't manifest her Range Rover? Like she didn't even think about it, but she would go to Lamborghini. Okay.
And just like want to feel how it would be like to be successful. And because it's not enough to tell yourself that you are successful, like doing these affirmations, but like the key is to feel successful. And so when I would do this, it would make me very uncomfortable with my reality. So
that's the only way that you yourself, your physical body is going to force yourself to go out and take action and become the actual successful person that you've been feeling like when you go to these bougie spots. So a lot of the times when you're saying these affirmations of I am successful, I am rich, I am a millionaire, I am a billionaire, you actually don't believe it because you don't even know what it feels like to be a billionaire. You don't even know what it feels like to be a millionaire. You don't even know the freedom that it comes with to be a millionaire. You don't know what it feels like to have these luxuries in your reality. And that's why it's so important to feel. And the only way you're going to feel is if you put yourself in that position right now. And then what that does is it gets you so uncomfortable with the current reality you have right now, because you kind of snap back into your own reality and you're like, wait, this is not my reality right now. So a lot of us, we are so comfortable with losing because we have settled for the reality that we have right now because that's all we know, right? That's all we know. And so when you take yourself out of the current reality that you have right now and you put yourself in the dream reality that you want, you start to move differently.
So those are the two contradicting videos. And I have to say, I think that this team is like the largest team with the largest contradictions. On one end, she said, do not think about the end result. Do not think about the fancy car. Do not go to the places where you are looking at the homes that you want, whatever. You have to manifest your actions, which in my opinion, I'm not big on manifestation. Some people are, and by all means, do you. But on one end, she says you can't manifest those things. You have to think of what you're doing right here and now. And then a week later on TikTok, she posts another video where apparently you have to make yourself uncomfortable. You have to go to bougie spots. You have to think of the bougie car. You're supposed to just show up to the Lamborghini like dealership and do what? Hey, can I look at your cars but never buy anything? I actually have read some MLM horror stories where people have told me that their spouses work at like Lamborghini and Mercedes, and they do have MLM reps come and they'll just like sit in the cars and then leave. So she's telling you to do that. And then you're supposed to go with your friends and force your friends to go to these fancy homes and look at these fancy things and luxury things. And apparently that's going to get you so uncomfortable that you're going to do what it is that you want to do to get to that result. Again, in my opinion, this individual and the top people who are under her got where they are because of the team that they had and the reps that they had and people working for them. And they made the money that they made off the backs of other people that lost money time and time again, whether they were losing money in the first MLM, whether they're losing money in this MLM, whatever it may be, they made the money that they made and they got off the ground because of the fact that they made money off the backs of other people who ended up not making any money. So in my opinion, this is the number one fail. WFAB and how they are constantly contradicting themselves. And in 2023, this manifestation contradiction really got me. I was like, girl, you posted that within a week of each other. I get it if it's like a couple years later and you had a change of heart and a change of opinion about your life and you grew up and it was like, okay, now I have like a different mindset about life and now this is how I think, and back then I don't believe in the things I used to think of. But if you post it in within a week of each other, no. To me, that's just the biggest contradiction ever. So what do y'all think about this video? I would love to do these every year now and talk about the biggest fails of the year, like do a top 5 fails of what I've posted throughout the year with MLMs. And maybe with the scam content, I've really been uploading a lot more scam content. I could start to do it for that too. And maybe at the end of each year, we can do like top 5 scams of the year and then top 5 MLMs of the year or top 5 MLM fails of the year. Let me know if you guys would like that for scams also, and I would love to do that. We kind of already know who would be at the top of scams or social media people. We definitely have Colleen Ballinger there with her ukulele. We would definitely have the scammer that decided to scam people by lying about having cancer. Those would definitely be my top 2 scammers that we would have for sure. Oh, Brittany Dawn for sure with her lawsuit would have been last year's. We would have a good lineup for that. Let me know if you guys would want me to make that, because I feel like we would have a wild lineup for the top scams of the year for sure, or scammers, or top influencers of the year, just like the top influencer fails of the year. Could go with scams too. So let me know what y'all thought of today's video. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day today. When you watch this video, I am most likely going to be in Florida with my family. I am going on a little trip because my sister-in-law is having a baby girl, which I'm so excited for. And my family and everyone is going to be there. We're going to be having her baby shower, which again, very excited for. I'm also glad that I'm able to go on a little bit of a trip and see family before I start grad school. So my schooling starts literally in like a week from now. So I'm going to be back on the grind. I'm actually going to have class more this semester, so 4 times a week. And I'm doing like 4 to 5 classes, which is kind of wild compared to what I did in the fall time. So spring is going to be wild. So I'm glad that I could get this video out. And by the time you see it, I will be with my family in Orlando, which I'm very excited to go and see them and just soak up some family time before the wild semester starts for school. And I'm not going to be able to like, fly home as much or see the family and stuff like that. So I'm definitely excited for that. I probably won't upload until I get back from seeing my family, which will be Sunday. So I'll probably upload next week, definitely, because I don't want to be like editing and stuff when I'm with my family. I want to soak up all of that time. And then I will have a vlog going up. So if you guys would like to go follow me on my vlog channel and get a little bit deeper with me, I talk a lot about grad school over there. I do a lot of vlogs. I do a lot of day in my lives. I do a lot of like back end things with YouTube. So if you like to see the background of YouTube and stuff like that and what I do on the back end, you can totally go and follow me over there. But I will definitely this week be posting this video and then a vlog on my vlog channel. So with that being said, I hope that you guys had an amazing New Year's Eve. I hope that you guys are having an amazing start to your 2024. Thought this was the perfect way to transition. If you made it this far in the video, what emoji should we leave in the comments down below? Ooh, some stars, because it's a new year. Let's leave some star emojis. And don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my vlog and then in my next video next week. I have seen how many calories you should or no. Next, she said that the reintroduction, and when I tell you the hell. Okay, my mouse is connected to the wrong computer. Instead of being connected to my laptop, it is connected to my iMac.